Hey, beautiful. I'm so fucking tired of hearing you complain. I'm so tired of you complaining about how shit never goes your way and how your dreams aren't coming true and how the universe is just against you when you are literally blocking your blessings. So today I'm going to tell you 10 ways that you are blocking your blessings and how to get back and flow with the universe so that you can live the effortless, abundant, and happy life that you were supposed to be living. Hi, my name is Andrea Ellis and I'm a spiritual awareness coach. I am also the author of Get the Fuck Up, which is a guide and workbook that teaches you how to start breaking the limiting beliefs of your human story so you can reconnect with your soul and your spirit that lives the life of your dreams effortlessly. So I'm gonna get right into it. The first way that you are blocking your own blessings is by living by human rules and societal standards. You are a spirit. You are a spiritual being living a human experience. Why the fuck are you listening to human standards? Your whole life you have been listening to other people's limiting beliefs, other people's fears, and it's so insane because these limits are so self-imposed. You can absolutely do anything that you actually believe that you can do. And the second that you stop listening to everybody else's beliefs, everybody else's rules for you, everybody else's idea of success, you get to start living the life of your dreams. For instance, why do you think that you have to go to college to be successful? Why do you think that it's not okay to go and quit your job right now and start your business? Why do you think that it takes years to start a successful business? Why do you think it takes years to become a millionaire? Why do you think you can't move across the world right now? All of these fears and limitations that you put on yourself are not even real. You can do anything you want to do literally right now. And by living in all of this fear and lack 24/7, you are creating a life of misery. If it was placed on your heart, the universe will make a way. Your highest self already has it, and when you start living from her, operating from her instead of your human mind, it will become effortlessly to live these dreams because you are meant to live them. It wouldn't be placed on your heart if you weren't meant to live them. It is time for you to stop living by other people's idea of success. Success is simply living from your authentic self and spreading your light, and abundance and happiness and money and all the things that you want is a simple consequence of that. Follow your dreams, follow your heart, and stop living from your mind. The second thing that you are doing to block your blessings is trying too fucking hard. Your best work, your best masterpieces will always come from flow, from your inner self, from your soul, and not from thinking. Thinking disrupts all of your soul's progress. Your mind is in constant survival mode, it's constantly trying to protect you, and in doing so, it is always blocking your soul and your spirit. But your soul and your spirit is where your light comes from. It's where all your talent is. Artists, when they create their masterpieces, they are in a state of flow. Singers that make these beautiful, amazing songs that touch your fucking heart are doing it from a place of their soul and their heart. They are not doing it from their mind. When you are sitting here thinking so fucking hard, all it does is frustrate you, stress you out, create lack. And nothing is created in lack. Everything is created in peace and calm when you are just in connection with your truest, highest self. And a great way to start operating from your soul is to start meditating daily. And meditation does not have to be what you think it is. It doesn't have to be sitting alone in a corner. It could be coloring, it could be taking a walk. It is just experiencing life and being without thought. And as you practice meditating daily, you can start to incorporate that in your life constantly. You can always be meditating. You can eventually reach a state where you are always in flow and always creating from your soul. And that will create constant and effortless abundance. That is enlightenment. So if you want the universe to bless you, if you want all this abundance and success, you have to stop blocking it with your mind and your thoughts, and you have to start operating from your heart and your soul. The third way you are blocking your blessings is by playing so fucking small. You are always trying to blend it into crowds. You are so shy. You never want to be the one standing out. You never want the spotlight on you. How are you going to live this extraordinary life if you are trying to be so fucking ordinary? You are anything but ordinary. Your soul and your light and your spirit is blinding. It cannot be blended into the darkness. And the more that you try, the more you stifle your growth and your blessings. The more you block the universe, the more you push against the universe. You are pushing against your authentic self and purpose, and you are destroying your life in the process. You cannot be like everybody else. You cannot be validated by everybody else. As long as you try to blend in, as long as you're trying to be normal, as long as you want to be everybody's cup of tea, as long as you change yourself in group settings, as long as you are literally shrinking your light so you don't have to be in the spotlight, as long as you keep playing so small, you are going to live a small life. You need to be comfortable sharing your light and spreading it because that is how abundance is received back at you. You are literally the ripple effect. You plant seeds of light in others, and in doing so, you create more abundance and more flow and more connection in the entire universe, and that will come back to you tenfold. You cannot receive without giving, and you cannot give from the shadows. You have to be in the spotlight. You have to be willing to stand out. You have to be willing to face judgment. And I promise you, those people that will hate on you are going to become your biggest fans when it's over. You are going to inspire their light, and you are going to make their life better than it ever could have been. 4, you are always planning to fucking fail. You need to have more fucking faith in yourself. Just because other people tell you that you need a backup plan, that, it's only 1 in a million, that only some people make it, fuck them. If it's only 1 in a million, then you are that one. Don't let other people's limiting beliefs and fears affect your dreams and your light and your confidence in yourself. Because when you are sitting here talking about your big dream and then you're like, oh, well, if this works out, then da-da-da-da. Or, well, if this doesn't work out, then I'm going to do this. Fuck that. Whatever you want, whatever is placed on your heart, you already have. And you just have to pursue it full-heartedly. But if you were already sitting here doubting it, thinking that you can't really have it, doubting your worth, you are going to be self-sabotaging the entire fucking time. You will literally block your own blessings. Just because your dreams are too big for somebody else's mind does not mean it's too big for you. If it is on your heart, if it reaches your mind, that means your soul is screaming for you to go and get it. That means your soul has literally broken through your barrier just to reach you, just to beg you to give it a chance to live the life that you deserve to live, because it already has it and it knows that that is what you are supposed to be experiencing. And instead you are living in a life of misery because you are so afraid to go and get it, because you don't believe that you can go and get it. You're so afraid of failure. You're not going to fail. You already have it. You just need to believe in yourself and stop letting other people tell you that your dreams are too big, because they simply aren't. Your dreams are too big for them and their little small minds that they're operating from right now. But when you go live your big, amazing dream, you will finally inspire them to start living their big dreams as well. When you say you want something, when you say you want to do something, when you say you want to live a certain life, know that you are going to do it and plan for it. Stop making backup plans. Stop looking at it as it's something outside of yourself, like, oh my God, one day I will. You already have it. Start operating from that mindset. Start operating from that reality, because you are already living it. But the longer that you try to live in this reality and just hope and dream for this big dream, the more you are pushing it outside of yourself, the more lack you are creating. And like I said, no creation is made in lack. 5, you are missing the now because you are so fucking worried about the future. Whether this is being afraid of the future, like, oh my God, what if I don't get this? Oh my God, what if I never reach this goal? What if I'm never happy? Blah, 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 blah. Or even if it's, oh my God, I can't wait until I have this. Oh my God, I'm going to be finally happy when I have this. When you are doing those things, you are creating so much fucking lack. And not only that, you are fully missing your present, which creates the future. In reality, there is only now. There is no past, there is no future, there is only now. Everything that has ever happened to you happened in the now. But by living in the future, especially by worrying about it, you are literally attracting all of your biggest fears because you are so focused on them. Even if you were focused on the good things, like, oh my God, I can't wait till I have this big house, this big career, blah, 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 blah. You are literally lowering your vibrations in the present because you don't have those things, because you need those things, because you want them so badly. You feel like that's what's going to make you happy. You need to already be happy in your present. Be so infatuated and in love with the process, and you will create such a beautiful ending, I promise you. But you need to be in those high and happy and positive vibrations to attract the opportunities to put yourself in the places to make your future that you want. The longer you are living in lack, the longer you are trying to live in the future, the longer you are destroying your present and creating misery in your present and future. Number 6, you are blocking your blessings by letting people affect your energy. When you allow other people to affect your energy, you are literally allowing them to be the master of your future and present. You are allowing them to literally play you like a fucking puppet and destroy any progress that you are making in life. When somebody can anger you, when somebody can hurt you, when somebody can mess up your confidence even, you are allowing them to lower your vibrations, lower your energy, and you will start attracting negativity into your life. More of that anger, more of that resentment, more of that sadness that they caused you. But when you are able to be empathetic and compassionate instead of taking things so personally, and you can realize that when people hurt you, when people say hurtful things, that it is all about them and literally nothing about you, you can now be the light. Instead of letting them affect your own energy and ruin your own life, because being angry, being resentful doesn't hurt anybody really but yourself, you can now be the light. You can make them question their story. Imagine like a stranger that is just really unnecessarily rude to you, and you are just automatically so kind and compassionate back towards them. That is going to make them question themselves, even if it's only just a little bit. Like, why do I view the world as so angry and awful when there is somebody so kind despite how mean and awful I am to them? It makes them feel a little bad. It makes them question their paradigm. It makes them have a little bit of gap and space for their light to start shining through. And like I said, anything you give, you will receive back tenfold. So when you are giving that light to everybody around you, instead of reciprocating bad energy and negativity, you are going to receive all that light back to you tenfold. All of that abundance and happiness and success is going to come from all the light that you put into others, especially those that are trying to hurt you, especially those that are so wounded that they feel the need to spread negativity and bad energy everywhere they go. When you can put light in the darkest places, your life will become so abundant and beautiful. You are literally restoring the connection and flow of the universe one at a time. And that is so beautiful and amazing, and it will be reciprocated. You will be gifted. You will be rewarded for it. And in the meantime, while you wait, you get to stay in your happy, positive energy and keep creating from the flow in the spirit and your soul inside of you instead of your human mind that is so lacking. Number 7, you are always trying to fill the void. This is with procrastination, toxic relationships, people pleasing, drugs, alcohol, anything that you are using to try to fill that emptiness inside of you that can only be filled by your true purpose. When you are so identified with your human mind instead of your soul, you are just constantly trying to find some type of fill, some type of pain and pleasure cycle to fill the void of your soul. Your soul is what possesses true happiness, true bliss, true abundance. But your self-doubt, your limiting beliefs, your fears that have been placed on you by the human world has placed a block between you and your soul. So instead of removing that block, which you feel would leave you vulnerable, you are trying to fill that void with human experience, with outside world experiences to validate it. But when you are doing this, you are feeding your pain body, not your spirit, not your light. And it will always cause you misery. It will always be a cycle of pain and pleasure. It will always be an addiction of highs and lows instead of constant and effortless happiness. This can be applied to so many things, really all the things that we try to stop, all of these habits and addictions that we are always trying to stop. Weed, alcohol, shopping addictions, toxic abusive relationships, they are all just a way for you to validate this human mind, to try to fill in the void of your soul and your spirit and your purpose that you were meant to be living from. When you sit with this void instead of constantly trying to fill it, you will find what you actually need to start being truly happy, to start receiving the blessings and love and abundance from the universe that you deserve. Because when you are looking for it in all these human outside sources, you are only going to find human misery. Humans are lacking in negative. Your soul is eternally happy and positive. So whatever you need to do to start validating your soul, whether this is affirmations, journaling, meditation, you need to start replacing your outside addictions and pain and pleasure cycles with those things. When you start to feel that emptiness, that boredom that typically leads to maybe random sex or alcohol or drugs, or even texting your ex again, instead of doing any of those things, you need to come back to your soul. You need to journal, you need to meditate, you need to do something that is your soul's purpose, and you will find that that hole is filled. And it isn't painful, it is happy, it is blissful. The next way you are blocking your blessings is you never accept anything. You are always trying to fight everything in your life, whether this is people, whether this is situations. If it is, let it be. You don't get to control everything, and you shouldn't want to. The universe is always setting you up for success, and if you can finally accept it instead of trying to change it, you will stop pushing against the flow of the universe, and it will simply take you where you need to go. We see this a lot in relationships, especially toxic ones, where you cannot let go. You are trying to hold on and hold on and hold on to something that is simply over, something that is causing you so much pain and so much lack, and you truly know deep down that you don't want anymore. But you just want to hold on and hold on and hold on because it's easy, because this is what you're used to, because it's your comfort zone. But you are pushing against the flow of the universe when you do things like that. The universe put this person in your life to teach you a lesson, and you were supposed to take that lesson and move on with it to grow and expand your life. But instead you were pushing and pushing and pushing and keeping yourself in the same fucking place, a miserable place. This goes for so many things in your past as well. Why do you hold on to the past so hard? So many of you are spending so long trying to go backwards, trying to get back to your comfort zone, questioning why things happen to you. It happened to you because the universe is trying to make you better. It happened because the universe was trying to force you to progress because you are so obsessed with staying in your comfort zone. If you get fired from your job, why are you trying to go and either get rehired or go and try to find a job that's just like it? That was the universe telling you to go find a different job that serves your purpose more, where you can actually spread your light. You learned your lessons there. It's time to move on. You need to accept and move on, because it is progression when you move on. When you can let go of the old, you make room for the new. How can you expect to live a new, beautiful life if you are holding on so tightly to the old one? When something happens to you that hurts you, do not sit here and force yourself to stay in these feelings. Do not sit here and create a routine that constantly keeps you in that state of mind. If you go through a heartbreak, do not sit here and keep yourself in bed all day and do nothing and cry and look through old pictures. You were just holding on and holding on to something that is so painful. And it is so painful because you were supposed to let it go. You were supposed to accept it and move on. But instead, you just want to sit in it. You just want to stay in this comfort zone. Let go. Accept it. It happened for a reason. It happened for your betterment. And the more you fight it, the more you're going to have to keep living it. Even if you do get a new job, even if you do get a new relationship, if you can't let go of the old one, you are just going to recreate that trauma, and it's going to be 10 times worse this time. If you don't listen to the universe's whispers, it will fucking scream. And it makes no fucking sense because you are just destroying your progression. You are just holding yourself in place for no reason. It's time to upgrade. It's time to move on. It's time to start living your life. You don't want to be stuck in the same place forever because you can't let go, because you can't accept what is. I promise the universe is working out for you. I promise everything is happening for your betterment, and you just need to accept it. Stop pushing against the universe. It's going to happen. You can't fight the universe. You're just making it harder for yourself. You're just making your own life miserable. Number 10, and this is such a hard one and one of the most important for me. Stop fucking victimizing yourself. This is especially for the people that went through so much trauma in their childhood. Everything that ever happened to you happened for a reason. But when you are so obsessed with victimizing yourself, when you are so obsessed with literally identifying with your trauma, with telling everybody that my life was so hard and this is why I don't have this and this is why I'm like this and I can't change it because da-da-da-da, you are literally stifling your own growth. You are literally forcing yourself to be a victim of your own life. How are you a victim of your own life? You are literally controlling this shit. And I did this so much throughout my life. I did it with my depression. I did it with abuse. You get to choose your own life, and your past does not define you. If it feels like your past is defining you, that is because you are recreating your past daily, because you are choosing to live in the mindset of your past self. You are choosing to create an environment in your mind that matches your old self, the old miserable you that went through all of that trauma, that went through all that pain. You have chosen not to let go of her, not to accept it, and instead to live in that environment forever. And when your mind lives in that environment, when your subconscious mind that makes 95% of your decision lives in that environment, it will recreate that trauma throughout your entire life. If you were abused when you were a kid and you see yourself getting abused over and over and over again in all of your relationships as you were older, that is because you are victimizing the fuck out of yourself and you believe you are a victim. You have identified with your trauma. There was a time that I identified with being depressed. I had went through so many things throughout my life, and at some point I become very suicidal, and I believed that there's nothing I could do to stop this. I was on depression medicine. I went to therapy. I had all this shit going on, and I believed I had to be depressed. Until one day, I literally decided to be happy, to start living a life that was happy, to realize that everything that's ever happened to me has brought me to this moment. I cannot be somebody that is sitting up here and telling you that you can be happy, that you don't have to be depressed. If I didn't go through depression myself, nobody would even fucking listen to me. I could not tell you that you don't have to be in abusive relationships, that you are abusing yourself, if I didn't go through it myself. I went through so many abusive relationships. I was depressed for so many years of my life. I tried to kill myself so many fucking times. And I am grateful for all those experiences. I am grateful for all that pain, because I would not be able to sit here and tell you that you don't have to go through the same thing if I didn't. If you went through trauma, that is because the universe was preparing you to spread your light, to enlighten everybody around you, to help all those other people that are hurting so badly. All of your experiences were leading you up to this moment, to your purpose, to your light. You are here for a fucking reason, I promise you. I promise you, you are here for a fucking reason. And if you were somebody that went through so much pain and trauma, you are here for such a huge reason. You are here to help everybody that is like you. You are here to show everybody else that you don't have to live that life for forever. You don't have to be your pain. You don't have to be your trauma. You don't have to live a life of misery. You get to be happy. And whether that is through music, whether that is through art, whether that is through writing, that is through influencing, whether that is through fucking cooking, you are here to share your light. You are here to show everybody that you are supposed to be your truest, most authentic, happiest self, no matter your past, no matter what life has put you through, no matter the things that you have experienced. All of it was here to make you your best, most amazing self. All of it was here to make you successful, for you to spread your light, because you were put on this earth to spread light. You can't keep identifying as a victim. You can't keep identifying as somebody that is meant to love and not be loved back. You can't keep identifying as somebody that is meant to experience pain and sadness forever, because you're not. You're meant to be happy. You're meant to be abundant. You're meant to be successful. You are meant to be the light in the darkness for so many people. And if you are not the light, who is going to be the light? Who has experienced the same things that you have experienced in the same way that you have? Who can speak life into people the way that you can? Nobody. And you don't have the privilege of playing so small. You don't have the privilege of playing the victim, because we fucking need you. There are so many people hurting out there that could be healed by your light, by just a little bit of your light, by a smile, by you just living in your purpose, and it could be so effortless. You can make the universe so strong and beautiful so effortlessly if you just started living from your true self. Stop playing the story in your head that you are a victim. Stop identifying yourself with your human experiences and the human world around you, because you are a spiritual being first and you were put here to spread light. I hope this video touched your heart and soul. I hope this video allowed for just even a little bit of your light to shine brighter. If you are interested in enlightenment, I have one-on-one coaching sessions on my site. That is also where I sell my book. I will put the link right here, and it's also in my description box below. If you like this video, leave a like, drop a comment, join the family. I really love y'all so much, and I'm just so fucking happy you're here. And you just being here, you just listening to this, is making my dreams come true. Because of this video awakened even a little bit of your light, I know the universe has become so much stronger. I'm so proud of you. I love you so much, and I hope you know how beautiful and amazing and important you are, and that you are supposed to have everything you've ever wanted in life, that you are meant to have, that you already have it. You just have to look inside yourself and stop operating from this human lacking mind, because you are not human. You are a spirit, and I love you so much. You are so beautiful. Bye.